Okay, I'm bored, it's cold, it's raining, so I'm just gonna rant. Regarding this 80% charging and discharging to only 20% to prolong the life of your packs. Okay, I'm gonna talk about Gotway wheels. The BMS is not an active BMS. It's not balancing all the time. The balancing is done at the last voltage of the charge. That's why the last volt takes forever. And the OEM Gotway chargers, at least the 100.8 volt wheels, are always on. It's like a power supply. It doesn't turn off. So if you were plugged into a wall, stick your voltmeter at the end, you will see 100.8 volts or whatever. These fast chargers, which in my opinion they're not fast chargers, that go 6, 8, 9 or whatever. I think 9 amps or 10 amps is the maximum on these chargers. Once they reach 80%, if you set it to 80% or 90% or 100%, when it reaches that value, it turns off. That's it. It's until you unplug it and replug it or turn it off and back on, it stays off. The BMS on Gotway wheels, I know for a fact, I've done tests, when the green light comes on, the BMS keeps turning off and turning on. It keeps drawing and stopping. It is balancing the wheels. And on some wheels, it can be a good few hours. On my Monster Pro, I forgot how many hours after the green light came on, it was still drawing power, turning off and then back on. So the 80% thing, I just don't understand it. I've heard that, the fast charger is balancing at 80%, but I don't see how that is, because the BMS starts balancing at, around the last volt. So if you're setting it to 80% on your charger, it hasn't reached that value to start balancing. I know the amps start trailing off on these chargers, but that doesn't mean it's balancing, right? But anyways, let's say I'm wrong altogether. Why do people do the 80-20 thing? To prolong the life of their packs, right? So 80% charge and don't go below 20%, right? So you're only using 60% of the range that you bought your wheel for. And nowadays everybody wants long range wheels. So you buy a 3600 watt hour wheel to be able to go so many miles without charging, yet you're only going to use 60% of its capacity because you want to prolong the life of that wheel. Now, real life scenario, these cells have 500 cycles before they lose capacity to 80%. So 500 cycles, and a cycle is 0 watt hour to full. So that would mean if you had one wheel and you rode it every day from full to 0, those packs would last you 500 days, if my math is right. Now, I personally don't know of anyone that rides to 0 every day. If they do, they probably use it for commuting or whatever. I don't know. But even if that was the case, well, after 500 days, you would just buy 4 new packs or 2 new packs, depending on which wheel you have. Yes, there's a cost to everything. I mean, cell phones nowadays, these cell phones over $1,000 and they last 2-3 years before they lose their capacity, and we quite easily just throw it out and get another one. But when it comes to unicycles, for some reason we want to save the life of these packs beyond the years that we're going to have the wheel. Now, under normal circumstances, let's say you have one wheel and you do a full cycle twice a week. So if my math is right, those packs should last you just under 5 years. Again, I don't know of many people that keep a wheel for those many years. But let's say you're in love with that wheel, you want to keep it forever. Well, you know what? After 5 years, you got your money's worth. You can just buy 4 new packs. I just don't understand why I would buy a wheel and then just use 60% of its capabilities as far as range. Why not just charge fully, use it for 3-4 years, get the 100% value out of it, and then when it drops to 80%, it doesn't mean after 3-4 years now those packs are bad, you got to throw them out. It means that dog, stop it, stop, look at him, stop chewing my cable off, good boy. It means now their capacity has gone down to 80%. Well, you still have 20% more than you normally would, because you normally are only using 60% of your range, if you like. So you're still good. You still have 20% more than you normally would. So anyway, that is my rant. Have a nice day.